Alright, so good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending when you're watching this video. In this video, I'm going to go over your notes and how they're going to look when presented on the video lessons. And then I'm also going to show you ways that you can write the notes on in your notebook, in your binder, on your loose leaf, whatever you have for this year. So what you're looking at right now, this is the basic cover sheet that most of your notes would look like. You have a list of all of the lessons, the topics. Some topics are split into days. This is 2 days, this is 3 days. Again, it's tentative depending on how fast or slow we go within the unit. You'll have additional lessons or maybe shortened if you understand the material. Okay, so this is the cover sheet. So here is the next sheet that you'll see in all of the packets. And again, the packets are going to be accessible on Google Classroom in your classwork section for each unit. So here you have the grade 7 reference sheet. So you would get this when you take your state exam. You get one in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and then you also get a reference sheet when you're in high school for your Regents exams. These will be for you if you need to reference any formulas. You see you have 5 down here, and then you have conversions as well, because sometimes the questions might be talking about miles, but then ask you to give your answer in feet or yards. Okay, so this is what your notes would look like if I were to give you your packet. And again, this is going to be accessible, so if you want to print it out, you can, or you can just write it in your notebook. So I usually have kind of a column on the left-hand side where you'll see the titles or any questions. I usually keep that. It's kind of like a form of Cornell notes in case you have any questions, especially during the videos. So usually what I do is take a ruler, put it against the margins on the left-hand side, and draw a line. And I'll put a picture of what it would look like and how I did it. So your aim is up here, the lesson 1A1. So it's the first unit. You're in SP. So it's 7A, the curriculum, and then it's your first lesson. That's how these are broken down. It's always good to label it, because when I give you a notebook quiz, or if I ask you to refer back to this lesson, it's easy to find. Here's your aim. How can we use order of operations to solve real world problems? This again is something that you guys have gone over in 6th grade. There'll be standards, and then you get into your notes. If you notice that your notes are missing some information, so you have questions 1 and 3 for guided practice, number 2 is missing, that's so you have to watch the video to get that problem. Usually in every lesson I'll have a mini lesson, give you the material. I'll have guided practice to walk you through it and to kind of build your skills. The first one I'll show you how it's done. The second one, I'll ask you to pause the video, try it on your own, and then you can press play to continue to check your answer. And same thing with the third, guided practice. This is really important because you definitely want to try these problems on your own, and you could always check it because I'm going to be showing it to you later anyway. This lesson itself is just a 1-pager. It has 2 days, so you see now the lesson is lesson 1A2, so now we have the second lesson. Again, same aim, we're just kind of reviewing the material. Again, missing information, definitely want to watch the video. Here we have lesson 1A3, so we're at absolute value. So the first page, all of it is just the lesson. And then you go into the guided practice. And again, if you notice, you have missing information in the word problems as well as the whole problem. I would always write down everything, because you don't know when you're going to need to review your notes in order to study for this state exam or your test or quiz, and you want to make sure you're referring back to all the information and you know where everything's from. Alright, so let's go back to the first lesson. So what I'm going to do is show you how I would write these notes in my notebook. So I have a spiral notebook. I'm writing making that line down for the margin. If I have any questions during the video, I can write them down, and then if I'm later on, I can ask my teacher later, or I can ask in class the next time I'm in person if I'm doing in-person learning. So up in the corner, or actually I'll try to make it full screen, I'll show you how it's going to look. I'll highlight, I will do my problems, try it on my own, check it. Again, your notes can be done in pen, it can be done in pencil. I highly suggest highlighting. It's huge. Highlighters are a part of your supply list. I highly suggest using those. Big fan of color coding everything. Okay, so again, if you guys still have any questions, make sure you contact me. My information is posted everywhere. Check the website, check your Google Classroom. You can send me an email, contact me on Class Dojo. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.